Hello and welcome to week 6 in psychology seminar, and we enter into a new area here, kind of humorously referred to as the 3 R's, where we're talking about reading, writing, and arithmetic, where we're introducing you to the notion of the scientific literature, introducing you, if you've not heard about it already, to the APA writing style and the APA guidelines for citations and how you write scientific papers. And then, of course, the use of statistics, very important part of the field of psychology. So for this particular week, on a 2-week journey through the 3 R's, the discussion is going to have you first look at statistics. The world of psychology, generally speaking, in terms of research articles, is made up of quantitative studies, qualitative studies, and an interesting play on those called meta-analyses. Now, quantitative studies are the most popular. Numbers drive. There's that we look for numbers, show me the money, show me the numbers, tell me the statistics, those kinds of things. That's a big primary area of research, is looking for significant relationships between variables using statistical analysis. The second, qualitative research, in the past was not seen as very valuable, but certainly has come onto its own, and these are case studies, focus groups, field work, these kinds of areas where we're looking at psychology and it's applied, and we're not necessarily looking at statistical significance. And then the interesting one, they're all interesting, but curious one of meta-analyses, where we apply statistical analysis to a whole bunch of studies that have used statistical analysis in order to have a sort of 30,000-foot view of a particular topic in the field. If you're doing a research project on some topic and you find that a meta-analysis has been done on that topic, that's really a useful article, because they looked at maybe hundreds of articles on that topic and developed an idea of the trends that have created in that. In fact, the Big 5 personality test was the result of a meta-analysis on trait theory research that was done in personality, and they found out that the most common traits in all of those studies were those Big 5, and that actually became a theory in and of itself of personality. The discussion has you focus on those things and what they contribute, and maybe having a discussion about why is it in our mind that we like statistics so much, that we want numbers, and those are very influential on the viewer, the receiver of information. Let's have a discussion about that. The Chapter 5 quiz is an exercise in creating a perfect APA citation. Now, one of the requirements for this course was to buy the APA Style Guide. It's in its 7th edition. There's a student version that I've made available in the bookstore, and it's very important that you get that. It's a tool that you'll be using throughout your psychological career. There are online resources, but the best way to learn this stuff is to get right to the source, which is the American Psychological Association that publishes that manual. The way this particular quiz is going to work is I'm going to grade them, and if there's anything wrong, I will point that out and you will get a 0. It's a mastery assignment. That means you try again until it's perfect, and you get 100. So there's only 2 grades you can get in this. You either get a 0 or you get a 100. And so that's what I'm going to be looking for. This one quiz, I want you to get it perfect. So you need to look up how to cite an article, and periods versus commas, and what's in a parentheses, and what's italicized and what's capitalized. All that. It's an exercise in obsessive compulsiveness. It's not a disorder. It's the way you have to cite and give credit for the work that contributes to your own writing. Very, very important in a field that operates mostly on ideas. So ideas carry sort of, not the right word, but they carry a copyright. People own their ideas, so if other people use those ideas, they have to give credit for that. So very important for that. In the special assignment, we're moving on to part 2, discussion B, where I'm actually having you take a test. It's part of the ignorance project, and the test is called Gapminder. And what it is, it's examining the gap between reality and what we perceive. So we've been learning in the Pinker book that, in general, the world is doing a lot better than the news would portray. And has that created a gulf between what we feel we know about the world and what is really going on in the world? We're trying to bridge that gap through this test. This is not a shameful thing. If you get a whole bunch of questions wrong, that's part of the learning process. But I want you to be able to take that test and kind of experience that gap, or maybe the absence of it, in your own knowledge and expectations as to a number of measures in the world. So you'll be taking that test, reporting out your results and your thoughts about it in the discussion this week. So all in all, we have 2 discussions and a quiz. One is the chapter discussion and then the special assignment discussion. Special assignment discussion went fabulous last week. It was awesome. I still have to grade those. I'm a little behind in grading right now in terms of my own timeline, but they were very good. Keep up that great work. Have a great class going on here. So have a great week and take care, and I will see you next time.